Hey guys, this is Mr. H. I am going to do question number 15 from the June 2024 Regents exam. And yeah, and as you can see, we we didn't do very well with this question. And the primary reason that we didn't is we didn't do a whole lot with the sequences. We looked at geometric and arithmetic sequences, but we were never trying to graph these. So I want to show you a couple things. First thing you should always try to do when they give you a sequence is figure out, is it arithmetic or geometric? In Algebra 1, those are the two main sequences that you're going to see. And the way that you do that is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the terms, right? So you always start by subtracting. So it's going to be a negative 14 minus a negative 11, right? So that's going to be a negative 3. And then we're going to do a negative 11 minus a negative 8. So that's going to be plus. And that's going to be a negative 3. So you can see that it's going down. Each term is going down by 3. That's what you should see. We can keep doing it, but hopefully that's pretty clear to you. Actually, let's leave those. Let's leave those there. All right, now they gave us 4 sequences here. We have to figure out which one of these sequences is going to generate, or which one of these equations are going to generate this sequence. That's what we're trying to do. Which one of these equations are going to generate this sequence? Now, what you could do is you could just put in the n value, which is what these are the n values, these are the a sub n's down here, and figure out which one actually creates that. Now, an easy way to do this, and I'm gonna keep saying this. I know I've said it a lot, but I'm gonna keep saying it until it really resonates. Whenever you see equations, sequences with equal signs, 9 times out of 10, you can graph it, and it'll help you answer these kinds of questions. Now, the only thing that you may not know what to do with this, right now it has a sub n. We can change that to f of n. We can make it a function. They are functions, but we can use the function notation. Instead of saying a sub n, we can go f of n, right? And now, if you look at these are basically just functions that we can just put into the calculator, graph it, and then look at the table or use menu 51. So let's see how much I want to do this. Let's see. So here's what I would say. Anything that has a negative 3 in it, because we saw that it's changing by negative 3. Now, I don't know about this one. That's where we're starting. But this has a negative 3. Actually, that's the only one that has a negative 3. So that's probably where you should go. But if that's not clear, we're just going to graph these, look at the tables, and see which one creates this sequence right there. Okay, so let's go. So first thing, we're going to get the calculator. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to be graphing. So the very function I'm going to put that first one, negative 3, plus, I'm just going to put in what I see. This is a negative 2, close the parentheses, and then we have parentheses n minus 1. Of course, we can't use n. Remember, when you're doing functions, you can only graph x's, so we're going to make that n and x. So, a small little change, but it's important. And then we're going to do graph. All right, so it's a line, which we expect, but we're not sure if that's the right one. So now, let's do the second one. I'm going to go tab, and then I'm going to put in a -2 plus a -3 times x minus 1. I believe that's the answer, but we're going to double check. All right, another line. Okay, then we're going to do the third one. That one is 3 plus a -2 parentheses x minus 1. Boom. There you go. Another line. And then the last one, we're just going to go -2 plus 3 parentheses x minus 1. And oops, I didn't get my parentheses in there. That's important. X minus 1. And of course, I double click on that. This is really driving me nuts. And then I press enter. All right, so most of them are negative slopes, which is cool. That means it's going down. This one is increasing, so it's not this one. That's an obvious thing that I can see here. It's not, it's definitely not increasing, so I know that's not the answer. But let's just verify everything. So what I'm going to do, I normally would use like menu 51, but since we have all these functions on the same page, I'm going to use the table. So I'm going to go Control T. And so I'm going to look at the table. Now, this is not big enough to see all four of these, the outputs for all four of these functions, but this is what you can do so that you can see all of them together. All you would do if you want to see just the table is go Control and then the number 6. And then what it does is it creates this just table of values. Now, all we have to do is we're starting, this is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. And we know that the first term should be a -2, the second one should be a -5, -8, -11, -14. So let's see which one has that. So let's see. Oops, let's go back. So this one right here, it starts at a -3, so it's not this one. This one, it has a -2, it has a -5, second term, third term is -8, fourth term is a -11, fifth term, so it's this one. It's the second one that we chose. We can go and if we want to, let's see, can I make these small? Yeah. So I'm going to try to make these tables. Oops, I thought I could. Yeah, I can. So look, these are the x values. These are all the y values for all the different functions. It's nice when you can put them all on the same screen and you can just compare. You know the first term should be a -2. So it's not this one, it's not this one. It might be these two, right? But then the second term should be a -5. And so this one doesn't have a -5, so this is the answer. So basically all I did was I graphed these functions, I put them on the same screen, and I looked at the tables, and I just looked to see which one created that sequence. So the answer for this question is 2. All right, so that's it. Again, I'm gonna say this one more time. Anytime you see an equal sign on this exam, whether it's in the multiple choice or in the constructor response, you should think about graphing it. Either as a function or as a relation, depending on what they give you. And then basically, you're going to use the table or you can use menu 51, but that will help you identify answers. It's so helpful. So whenever you guys are taking this exam, you should be looking for equal signs all over the place. That's the one thing I would say. Look for equal signs. Look for equal signs. Because equal signs means that you can generally graph. All right, so now I am going to stop this and I'm going to post it.